What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse ranch, no hate. So, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, fights on. What is it, April 20? Cool. This is a fight that's supposed to happen, and it's good for boxing that it is happening. Now, this is what I'm going to say about this video, in this video about the situation, where it's not really a lot to say. First off, may the best man win. I'm riding with Tank. But if Tank beats Ryan, your work is not done. You have to go see Devin Haney. If Ryan beats Tank, your work is not done. You have to go see Devin Haney. I keep hearing, if you want the crown, the winner of this fight gets the crown of what? What crown do you get? Tank has a belt that means nothing. It's just eye candy. Devin Haney has all the belts. I'm saying this because what we could see is the winner of this fight wind up fighting a lesser opponent after that, and then another lesser opponent. Even if they're top guys, but why would you not want to be undisputed? And until you beat Devin Haney, neither one of you are wearing any crowns. Now, self-proclaiming yourself to be something, knock yourself out. But it doesn't end with either one of you beating the other. Now, I think that Tank is as good as anybody. Okay, but you still have to beat Devin Haney. Okay, so if Holyfield's the champion, and then you got Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, and Riddick Bowe, okay, it doesn't matter who wins out of the other three. Okay, they can't raise their hand and say I'm the man until they go beat Holyfield. You understand? Right now, Haney's Holyfield. So the winner of this, you should immediately want to fight Tank. Now, want to fight Haney. Now, we know we've been hearing talks about the Lomachenko and Haney fight. We don't know if it's going to happen, what the holdup is. We keep hearing different things. There's always something with the big fights. But it doesn't end there. So all of this talking about the crown, if you want to wear the crown, then who wins this fight, that's who wears the crown. Well, no. And here's my thing. If you're going to try to make this seem like, oh, Devin Haney's boring, nobody cares about Devin Haney, well, does that mean that you already plan on ducking him? And if you do decide to fight him, well, why would anybody want to see it then? Because what you're basically saying is the big fight, the real Super Bowl, is me versus Ryan versus Tank. So what the fuck is the fight with Devin Haney? Why would anybody even care to see you fight him if he's such a bad fighter? And we know that Ryan Garcia backed out of the fight. Lomachenko backed out of the fight. With who? Devin Haney. And people can make all the excuses they want, but we know what the situations was. We know what it resulted in. They know Haney's a problem. Y'all can believe that bullshit about, oh, he don't punch hard, he don't. Okay, well, he's fucking boxing and winning like every fucking round, every fight. So that's what it comes down to, winning. They know Haney's a problem. So it's not done there. It's not done there. And there's no need for either one of them to bring up Haney right now, because both of these guys, they have to deal with each other first. But you notice you never hear anybody saying, you don't hear nobody at 135 saying my goal is to be undisputed. The only person that has said that other than Haney was Lomachenko, which is he's holding up the fight for whatever reason. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but you don't hear these guys saying they want to be undisputed. You heard Ryan Garcia say, this is the fight I wanted my whole career. Okay, then what? And if they can fight each other, it's probably going to be a rematch clause. Who knows? Maybe it's a stipulated rematch clause. Who knows? But for that belt that Tank has, which is probably on the line, what does it matter? Right? So for the fact that they're not talking about undisputed, wanting to be undisputed, that to me is just like, doesn't sound like they have any plans on fighting Devin Haney. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Lomachenko was no big star. So for the people, that keep saying Lomachenko versus, anybody else would be a better fight because of his name, he's no big star. You guys get this nonsense from. Lomachenko don't have the belts. For Tank Davis, 3-weight division champion. For Ryan Garcia, he's yet to do anything. We know he's talented, but he's yet to really do anything. Okay? His best fight up to date is Luke Campbell. Ryan stays out the ring too long, to be honest with you. He really stays out the ring too long. And he's doing all this training for what? Right? Train. Each time you see him, he's hitting that little speed bag, little reflex bag or whatever, that little, always, right? He's always, but then he fights like once a fucking year. So that can come back to haunt him, because the experience that he could be gaining, he's not. Hopefully, whoever wins wants to fight Tank. Wants to fight Haney. If not, and then it's like whoever wins just live off of this fight that they, I beat that guy, but I didn't beat the champ. If that's okay for them and their fan base, then it is what it is. But that's not the Super Bowl. And until any one of those guys get in the ring with and beat Devin Haney, they're not that guy. Haney's still that guy. I don't care if you like Haney or not. It's just the way it is. Okay, plain and simple. If the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl and the following year they make it back to the Super Bowl, and let's say that following year, right, there's a team that is basically whooping ass, right? You're not the Super Bowl champs until you get to the Super Bowl and beat whoever's there, whether it's the Cowboys or somebody else, okay? But until you get there and win, you're not that team. I watched the Buffalo Bills kick ass and destroy teams for 4 straight seasons and lost every Super Bowl that they went to. So until you get there and win, you're not that guy. It's Devin Haney, regardless. I don't care about who you like and don't like. That's the reality. We are in that time, people, where people don't care about undisputed. There's fighters that just don't care. They are all about popularity. I know the guy, I forget his name, the guy that was at the press conference, he says to Ryan, a lot of people are like saying they're criticizing you and saying that you're more popular, known for your YouTube stuff, Instagram more so than your boxing. Do you think that's going to change or not, come April 20th? Well, Brian Custer, that's his name. Well, that's the case because it came out of his own mouth, and it came out of Rolly Romero's mouth, and it came out of Teofimo Lopez's mouth, that it's not about being a champion. Nobody cares about belts anymore. It's all about how many social media followers you have. They all said that bullshit. And you don't see him in a rush to get back in the ring. Hopefully for Ryan, he's not already making an excuse, because one of the things he said up there at that podium was, why you try to weight drain me though? Why you try to weight drain me? He basically is trying to use psychology on the fans, not Tank. He's saying it to be heard. Why? He wanted to fight at 140 because basically come fight night, Ryan's going to walk around like 150 if they fight at 140. Okay? Whatever his walk around with, 150 or more. Whereas basically he'll feel more comfortable and have a much bigger size advantage than Tank Davis. Tank's not trying to weight drain him. Tank's not naturally a big fighter. Now, if anything, if he's not training, he'll get sloppy. But Tank's not a big guy. You understand what I'm saying? So Ryan was trying to get an advantage in that way. So it's not about weight training. No, so him saying that, it's like, all right, now if you get beat, don't come with that bullshit about, oh, Tank weight drain me. But at the end of the day, y'all, this is a fight that needs to happen. Bivol versus, Better Biev. Hopefully that's going to be in the cards. You getting Caleb Plant versus Benavidez. Serrano and Katie Taylor fight was postponed due to an injury, stuff like that. But at least there are fighters that's like, fuck it, let's make it happen. So all of this back and forth and all of the threats and the promises, I don't care about. It's just what happens in the ring. And right now, what I'm looking at is probably the best fight out of all the fights that's going to happen. Well, we won't know until fight night. But, I mean, at least the assumption is that that's going to be the best. Who knows? We'll see. But another fight that boxing needs. And hopefully for boxing, people finally get it together. And, for these guys that are just getting older to where, you're at the years where your skills start to decline. You're at that age and the wear and tear. You only make it worse for yourself. And this is one of the reasons why, even when I look at like Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence situation, Bud, look, this is another Deontay Wilder situation. Remember how Deontay Wilder was 34 for like 8 fucking straight years? I keep hearing the same thing. No, Bud only like 34. Man, y'all been saying he was 34 for like 3.5 fucking years now. That dude got to at least be 35, 36. At least. Bud ain't no goddamn 34 still. All right? And at the end of the day, that's just the point. What I'm saying is, the longer this fight takes, well, if he get in there and get his ass stomped out by Errol Spence, the first thing people are going to say is, well, he was old, or Errol waited for him to get old, or this happened. That is always going to be an excuse. Tank Davis is like 28. Ryan's what, 24, 25, something like that. 3 years apart or something like that. So, however, whatever. This is the right time. We're not going to go by no weight drain bullshit. And it's Ryan's own fault that he stayed out the ring so fucking long. What's going to happen is going to happen. Hopefully, it's a good fight. Win, lose, or draw. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.